Last week, we spent some time in Ohio as far as Ohio State recruiting was concerned. In the interest of equal time, we head north of the border. BCSN's Dannie Rogers, a recent University of Michigan alum with the maize and blue side of the recruiting equation.
Hi there, I'm joined by Isaiah Hole, lead publisher for Wolverines Wire, backed by USA Today Sports. It's a new venture you've taken on, but you're here mainly because Michigan just had a phenomenal weekend of recruiting. 16 commits in the 2019 class. 7 of those came from this past weekend. What's been the biggest pitch Michigan football has been making to these recruits?
Well, it's a mix between, you have the academics, you have obviously they want to try to bring these guys, build this class. 2018 didn't necessarily have those play right away type playmakers, but they're starting to see that there's an opportunity to come in, play, relatively early. You look at the, the last year, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Sharif Black, some of those guys ended up being able to, come in, make early impacts. So you have a pretty good mix between come in and play, because by the time that some of these guys get here, guys like Mazi Smith, who just committed this last weekend, you look at by the time he gets to Michigan, it would be next fall. Aubrey Solomon's going to be, in his 3rd year, so those type of guys, Michael Dwumfor actually would also be in his 4th year. That technically, 3 years playing eligibility there, but they have an opportunity not only to come in and make an early impact on the football field, but academics is obviously a huge pitch that they make. The fact that Michigan has the biggest, the biggest alumni network in the entire country, one of the top public universities in the world. So that is appealing to a lot of guys.
You mentioned Mazi Smith, 4-star defensive end out of Grand Rapids. Zach Charbonnet, 4-star running back out of Westlake Village, California.
Right.
Why should Michigan fans be very excited for those two?
Well, starting with Smith, I mean, he's obviously a big body. He's, a guy that's obviously right there in, not really the backyard in the sense it's, 2 hours away from Ann Arbor. But he's a guy that's just going to be a force in the middle. He's already got that type of body that he should be able to come in and make an impact pretty early. Charbonnet is a guy that if you watch his tape, it takes like 2 seconds to see how special he is. Granted, he has an amazing offensive line at Thousand Oaks there, Oaks Christian, but he makes an instant cut about the moment that you see him hit the field. He's really going to be spectacular. Plus, he's that big-bodied Toby Gerhardt, Frank Gore type that you expected to see, running under Jim Harbaugh. We haven't really had that at Michigan since Jim Harbaugh arrived. Higdon and Chris Evans, they're also very good, but they're a little bit more versatile in what they're able to do. Charbonnet is definitely that guy. He's definitely that. He's got the speed, he's got the size. By the time that he gets to Ann Arbor, gets to the strength and conditioning, he should be ready to go.